purpose for the training is to grow skills required for all-round success. And the objective is the intelligence, that's the IQ, and emotional quotient, that's EQ, in running successful enterprises. But I need to break it. This was fun. Good way to start. Thank you so much. Yes, I thought of throwing something because the topic is about intelligence. I actually gave it the theme, business intelligence, both the IQ and the EQ. IQ is about the head. EQ is about the heart. IQ is about the brain. EQ is about the emotions, logic, feelings. IQ, logic, EQ, management of emotions. EQ, basically, emotional quotient, it's how your emotions evolve and how you manage them, how you manage your emotions as they evolve. So, for the purposes of our business and for the relevance of our business training this beautiful morning, I'm going to break this into 5. We are going to learn about market intelligence, products intelligence, team intelligence, processes intelligence, and numbers intelligence. Now, you need to stay up to the very end. Now, SQ, social intelligence, Arun is asking, yes, it is your ability to get along with others. It is very close to EQ, or rather EQ affects SQ. Your social intelligence is your intelligence in terms of relating with others. It's a subset, strictly speaking, of EQ. Now, the numbers I'm talking about here is not accounts and it's not finance. The numbers intelligence I'm going to give you, if you don't get it, you'll have missed everything else I wanted to teach today, because ultimately, business boils down to numbers. So which numbers are these? And I said this is not an accounting class. This is not a finance class. This is a business class. And we are saying we need to hone our skills, both our IQ, our logic, and our EQ, our emotional management of business. So we need to manage those two. So I break it down to 5 areas. If we have these 5 skills, in my considered opinion, we are good to go as far as business intelligence is concerned. So let's start with market intelligence. And I don't know what comes to your mind when you hear about market intelligence. I'll ask you a question later, but what I'm talking about today is target market. Number 2, key customers. Number 3, the players. And number 4, competitors. Before you think of what product and service you're offering, it's first to think critically about the market you're penetrating, if you're new, and if you're existing, which market you operate. The first thing is to understand the market in which you operate. So when I'm talking about target market, I'm looking at 2 key things. What are the market needs? What are the market trends? The marketing plan, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about how are you advertising? How are you creating brand visibility? How are you positioning your products? How are you promoting your products? And if it's advertising, are you going to go to the traditional media houses, or are you going to go to social media? How best can you maximize the resources you have? Strategic alliances simply means you know that if you do it on your own, you will move slowly. If it doesn't matter your industry, there is one strategic alliance. If you team up with them, everything about you changes. So when you're talking about product intelligence, the real question is how well you know your product as an entrepreneur. And so the first thing is literally knowing the owner of the product. Are you the one who developed this product? Who developed the product? Who are we? Do you even know yourself? Number 2, product knowledge. What do we sell? And if you have employees, just what we are talking about here is ensuring that everybody fully understands what product they are selling. Then product packaging, we are discussing about how do we package our product or our service. Product benefit, why should anyone buy our product or service? Product usage, I'm not talking about how to use, but how well do our customers know? How well do they use our product or our service? And finally, product pricing. Are our products and services affordable? And that has to be relative to what is going on in the market. Under the team intelligence, I'm talking about the employees, the customers, and I'm also talking about suppliers, partners, regulators, and associations, although I'll focus on four. Employees, customers, suppliers, and partners, simply because while we all need regulators, they are not on a day-to-day basis with you, even our professional bodies. But these other four are with you on a day-to-day basis. And this, if you ask me, is one of the deal breakers. You mess with team intelligence and you have no business. And so I'll mention a few things, and then I'll try to take one or two people to check their team intelligence. At the employees, I'm concerned with two things. I'm concerned with your recruitment and your retention. How do you get employees and how do you retain them? Now, Mercy and I have a business in Kenya, the Top Pro Salons. And not so long ago, we opened a college for the same. But the branches are four. There are 4 salons. And we thank God, we have nothing to brag about. But one major reason those businesses have stood since we opened them, 2015, it is the manager, Rose. So sometimes, right at the recruitment level, is the make or break of your business. Who you get in the gas station, who you get in the pharmacy, who you get in your grocery, who you get in your hardware. And the key thing here is not even the skill. The key thing here is just the integrity of your workers. So what we'll be checking at the team intelligence is your ability to get the right person and to retain talent. At the customer, we'll be talking about how you attract them and how you log them in. How do you gain customers, new customers, and how do you lock in existing customers? That's our concern. And the suppliers, my concern is, are the suppliers reliable? And the suppliers here, I'm talking about all service providers, including your bankers, your security providers, your insurance, your accountants, whoever supplies you goods and services. And then, are they able to supply to you on credit, in kind, or you must buy everything in cash? Are you able to build a relationship with them? Because this is the biggest difference between those who win and those who don't. If you have to pay for everything in cash, I don't believe in debt, personal debt, but in terms of business facilities, I believe in business facilities. If you have to work with what is in your pocket, you've hit the ceiling too low. Every great entrepreneur learned to work with other people's money. These people are called financial institutions. Then finally, we have partners. A lot of our businesses, we have partners, maybe somebody who invested in the business, and what they're looking for, of course, is profits, whether they are making money. And number 2 is whether they can trust you. If they can trust you, they can put money even when they don't get returns for the next 5 years. If they can trust you, they can pump in and they can agree to plow back the profits until the business is able to turn around. Processes. Let's check our intelligence on business processes. And I'll mention a few things very quickly. Number 1, operations in terms of processes, operations processes, sales processes. Then we are talking about support processes. We are talking about accounts processes, management processes, and systems processes. Now, again, I'll be very quick here because I really want to talk with you about numbers intelligence, because business is all about numbers. What do you mean by operations processes? We are talking about how do we create and deliver our products and services. When we were listening to Fatma, she came up with a concept where they can deliver mails, food, documents from office to office, and they are literally supporting other businesses. And she had to buy the bikes, get the riders. She has all through the process end to end. And that whole process is what calling about operational processes. Sales processes, we are looking at where the money is coming through. How do we sell and receive payments? Now, until you receive payments, you cannot say you have closed the sale until the payment hits your bank account. How is the whole process until the money hits in your bank account? Then support processes, how are you helping the employees? How are we supporting our employees to deliver on their job description, to deliver on their services, to perform? Then finally, accounts processes, how do we keep our records and our books of accounts? And last year, Nyabura, through her trainers, took us through a lot of training on accounts. I'll not labor on that. Then management processes, this is what supports all other systems. So we are talking about how do we keep everything running smoothly. And finally, systems processes, we are talking about the technology. What technology do we need to support our business? Every business cost is an expense. So when we are talking about profits, we must consider the business expense. So in scenario 2 here, the sales is $100, the cost of doing business is 80, but the other hidden expenses were $10. So actually the profit is $10. But on scenario 1 is a net loss. I'm not considering taxes here. Talking about holding I have seen who make an assumption that their sales equals to profit. Then your business intelligence demands you understand numbers. Number 2, assets versus liabilities. So the rule is this: if it brings money in, that's an asset. Money out, that's a liability. If it brings money in or saves you money, business money, not any other money. If it brings money into your business or saves you money, then it's an asset. If it takes money out of your business, it's a liability. Now, of course, from accounts, general accounts, house is an asset. Not so in business intelligence, not so. So if I'm running a business, but I'm paying $2,000 mortgage every month, that's a liability to my business. It's a liability to my business. If this is Uber, and the car I'm using is what gives me money, that car is my asset. It's a factor of production. If I'm spending so much money to go to work and I don't need the car to do my work, if I'm a consultant, I need my car. My car gets me the jobs. If I went in Africa riding a bicycle to try to get training jobs like this one, I would not get. So for me, I need it in my business. So the question you have to ask yourself as an entrepreneur, if you're buying something to impress your friends, if it is not adding value to your business, that's a liability. Any asset is anything that is bringing money in. It doesn't have to be direct. Maybe it is branding you because the nature of your work requires a car to brand you. If you're running a hardware, why do you need a Land Cruiser? If you're literally running a hardware, a pickup truck is more important for you. And any other car you should buy when you're telling us you have 3-4 hardwares, which are very big. Anything else, you are literally buying a liability. And you must learn to delay gratification. So many things we buy are the reason we are not able to make progress in our business. So I'm telling you right now, I'm challenging you. If you're running something like a hardware or you're doing a transport business for carrying sand or building rocks, I don't understand why you're trying to buy a Prado. The nature of your business, nobody needs a Prado. You don't impress your customers by buying an SUV. So often than not, we are buying things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. And eventually we accumulate liabilities that kill our business, that choke our cash flow.